whole point of that. So thank you. So good morning and welcome to our meditation for today. So let's begin by bringing our attention, our awareness consciously and fully to this present moment, to consciously make a decision to be right here, to bring our awareness to this moment. Realizing that in this moment, there is no past, there is no future, there is only the gift of now. And that right now, our universe is unfolding as it always has done. And all is well. All is well. And just for a moment, let's bring our attention now to our breathing. We'll breathe together for 5 counts. On each count, breathing in and out. At the top of the in-breath, let's hold for a moment. And then on the out-breath, just breathing out slowly with full awareness on our breathing. So let's breathe in together to the count of 1. Breathing in, hold for a moment, and breathing out. And relax. Breathing in together to the count of 2. Holding the breath and breathing out. And relax. Consciously slowing down our breathing now, breathing into the count of 3. Holding the breath and breathing out slowly now. And relax. Breathing into the count of 4. Holding our breath and breathing out slowly. Relaxing deeply now. And breathing into the count of 5. Holding our breath and breathing out. And relax. Now bringing our attention awareness within, going behind, beyond the thinking mind, to the observer, to the seat of awareness. And notice it is quiet, peaceful, calm and silent, and abiding in that stillness, resting in that stillness. Experience the remainder of our meditation contemplation. To begin, we contemplate what Mickey Singer says, that as long as you are holding inside of you that which bothered you 10, 20, 30 years ago, you are going to suffer. And just noticing how true that is for most all of us. It reminds us that once your intention is to use every moment of your life to free yourself, the question becomes how to do that. And that your sincere intention to be free is more important than any technique that you can use. And just reminding yourself that the mere fact that you are here today in Sangha, in community, or listening online intentionally to this meditation means that your intention is absolutely to be free. You're in there and you realize you don't want those blockages. They make your life extremely difficult. And hence your commitment to letting them go. Michael Singer reminds us that there are various techniques to do that. Positive thinking being one. Yogananda taught that every time you have a negative thought, replace it with a positive one. This is a very basic and useful technique based on the two types of thoughts we know, those created willfully and those that are happening automatically. Every time you notice your mind giving you a hard time, for example, when driving, those are automatically generated thoughts. You are not purposefully creating them. When you notice that happening, purposefully create positive thoughts. The person on the highway is driving slower than you would like. You have the opportunity to remind yourself to relax. That it's time to watch my breath, to calm down, to learn to enjoy the experience. It is, of course, possible to do that every day in life. It's not fighting with the mind or pushing away the negative thought. It is simply replacing the automatically generated thoughts with ones that you create willfully. Do not fight, simply replace. And Mickey Singer reminds us that over time, those willfully created thoughts replace the automatically generated ones. You simply apply your will to offset, to neutralize the effects of your samskaras. He reminds us that you can also use a mantra. Simply training your mind to repeat a simple word or phrase over and over until it becomes a routine, a pattern. In the same way as a song can get stuck in your mind, so can a mantra. Mantras offering you a layer of mind that is always there, balanced, pleasant, a safe place to rest, to be at ease. As the mantra effortlessly goes on in the background, it gives you the choice of which layer of mind you want to focus on. When habitual thoughts arise from a samskara, you don't have to fight them or even replace them. You simply shift your awareness, your consciousness to the mantra. Positive thinking means you're continually using your will to neutralize negative thoughts. However, with the mantra, you are simply using your will to shift your attention, the focus of your consciousness, from the samskara-generated thoughts to the mantra. Mantra is a gift. If you do the work that is necessary to instill the mantra in a layer of your mind, it will always be available. The mantra can be any word, a name for God, Jesus, Allah, Om Mani Padme Om from the Sanskrit, simply the word God or love. I'm okay. I'm always fine. I'm always fine. I'm always okay. All can be the mantra. It simply takes repetition. You practice mantra during the time you put aside every morning and evening for your practice, your spiritual practice. A simple technique that Mickey recommends is to tie the mantra to your breathing, going in and out. And during the course of the day, come back to it whenever certain events occur. For example, say a few repetitions of the mantra before you pick up your phone, after you put it down. As you open a door, close a door. It only takes a moment. And yet you are making a major investment in becoming a more conscious, centered being. When you get in and out of your car, nobody else will even notice. A momentary pause that will change everything over time. And just know that even if you've done this work on yourself, a fateful day will inevitably arise. Something will happen and your emotions or thoughts start to get upset. You may be on the verge of losing it completely. And yet the mantra will catch your attention just enough to give you the choice back to go down or to go up. As you shift awareness onto the mantra, your life changes. The mantra does not stop you from having constructive thoughts. It simply sits there as a safety net to catch you if you start to fall. When you actually rest back into the mantra, you will notice over time that you become filled with peace and a sense of well-being, a vacation from the personal mind. This is all available to you, free of charge. Simply be willing to make the investment in yourself. Notice that with the mantra, you're learning to surrender the hold that the personal mind has on you. And then finally, Michael Singer reminds us, witness consciousness, that technique to free yourself, the powerful practice of relaxing and releasing. It is deeper than the other techniques because in the end, it does not require working with the mind. Positive thinking involves creating positive thoughts. Mantra involves creating a layer of mind that provides peaceful and steady environment to rise above the lower layers. Witness consciousness is simply noticing that you are noticing what the mind is doing. You are the observer. You don't need to interact with the mind at all. You don't need to do anything. Just be the one who notices that the mind is creating thoughts and that you are aware of them. In order to do that, you cannot be disturbed by the thoughts that are being created. If the thoughts bother you, you will leave the seat of the objective observer and try to change the mind. To achieve witness consciousness, be willing to let the thoughts be as they may and simply be aware that you are aware of them. as an example, just even in your mind's eye right now, notice what is in front of you. Do you see what's there? No need to think about it, just see it, even with your eyes closed. That's witness consciousness. It's simply seeing. You are simply witnessing what is there. Noticing again how your thoughts often, most often, have something to say about what you can see. Can you simply notice these thoughts? Or do you have something to say about them? Thoughts, emotions come up by themselves. Now simply notice them. When you reach the state where you can observe what is going on in your mind and heart, you will notice that you're not always comfortable with what's happening. You notice there is a tendency to want to willfully do something about it. Mickey Singer reminds us that is very natural. If you want to willfully do something, he suggests what you do is relax. It is not the intuitive thing to do. You want to protect yourself from the inner disturbance by getting rid of it. That struggle can make it worse. You are capable of simply relaxing and not engaging with the disturbed energies. In the beginning, this may seem impossible because may be trying to get the disturbance itself to relax. Don't do that. You relax. You, the one who notices the disturbance and not the disturbance itself. You are witnessing the disturbance, and you are welcome to relax in the face of it. You are in the seat of awareness, back inside, watching the dance of mind and heart. It's a very natural place, this place that is back inside. When you do not get pulled into the thoughts and emotions, you can just relax and notice. No need to think about it. The moment you see what's going on, consciously relax. Relax your shoulders, your belly, relax your heart. Even if your heart itself will not relax, the area around your heart will. Relax and release. Relax through the initial resistance, and then release the disturbed energy that arises. When you do this, you are actually providing space for the release of the samskaras that are causing the disturbance. You are giving them more room to release because you're not struggling with the thoughts and emotions that they are creating. Eventually, there is no struggle. You create distance between the seat of self and the noisy mind. To be free, we need distance between these two, subject and object. Mickey Singer reminds us spirituality is not about changing the objects that you're looking at. It is about accepting the objects, but not getting absorbed, sucked into them. It's about being detached and being at peace with whatever your mind and heart are doing. When you become comfortable with everything that comes from your mind and heart, they will stop creating inner disturbance. He reminds us that even if we do not know yet that that is true, it is. The mind is simply talking because we're not okay. It's trying to figure out how to be okay by getting things the way that you want them to be. Once you're okay in there, there's much less to talk about. Notice that when you're in the presence of someone you love, you're not thinking about how to find love. You are simply experiencing the beauty of the love. In the same way, when you are okay in there, you will not be thinking about how to be okay. You will be relaxing into the quiet state of peaceful well-being. Relaxing in the presence of thoughts and emotions is the way to start to being okay with them. Otherwise, you'll want to do something about them, and you'll get pulled down into them and attempt to do something to fix what is bothering you. Contemplate how much better it is to simply relax and allow the samskaras the room that they need to release. You are surrendering to the reality of what is actually happening. Relax and lean away. You, the one who notices, are at a distance from what you are noticing. You do not have to think about it. Just notice that what you are seeing in there, thoughts, emotions, are all distinct and at a distance from you. The mind and emotions make noise. That's not a problem. That's what they do. Relax and lean away from the noise. When you lean away, you create distance between you, the pure consciousness, and the object of consciousness, thoughts and emotions. With that distance, samskaras have room to release their energy. Yes, it's going to get uncomfortable, and that's natural. The discomfort you are experiencing is the discomfort of samskaras being released. He reminds us over and over, they were stored with pain, they're going to release with pain, if you let them. Allow that to happen. Now let's just take a moment in silence to regroup today's contemplation meditation.